All right, we're off. So as I said, I think they're both small fire Mario runners, which means they're probably going to grab the first mushroom power-up in 1-3, but sometimes in races people will grab it a bit earlier for safety, but I think for small fire, we're probably going to see that in 1-3. In 1-2, you can do it the risky 80% way, which is jumping through the tunnel here, which Miniland went for. Mustache opted to kick the Koopa, which is a bit safer. Oh, that's unfortunate. He got unlucky. If you don't just run through that tunnel, the way the Goombas fall off that platform can be unpredictable, and he just got a little bit lucky there. Unlucky, but I mean that death is not a big deal. I mean, it was early enough in the stage. Definitely make that up. So here, Miniland's off into 1-3, so you'll see him grab first power up here. So he's only going to grab the mushroom to become Big Mario. He's not going to grab the fire in 1-4, and that's because he's going to take damage anyways to set up small fire Mario glitch. It was a really good grab by Dr. Mustache. Miniland here, traversing through the bars with no problem. So here, he's going to stand to the right of Bowser, take damage as he grabs the axe. So he took damage and only has 1 health, but he's remained in Big Mario form. So when he grabs a power-up, he's now going to turn into Small Mario with 2 hitboxes. And if he grabs another power-up, he'll remain as Small Mario with fire capabilities. You get the advantages of the small hitbox and the advantages of having fire, but you lose a little bit of time setting it. Mustache looks like he set it up perfectly as well. And we're off to the race. Mustache has his fire power-ups. We're both in small Fire Mario form. (2-2), the first water level. The patterns of the various bloopers and fish and crabs, as we like to call them sometimes, can be pretty trolly. So hopefully they both get good RNG here and don't have to stop too much. Ideally, you just want to keep swimming forward and never really let go, and then ideally you can sort of drop into the pipe without anything in your way, but that's not always the case. So Miniland seems like he got through no problem. Ends on a 3-10, really good. Mustache off to a good start as well. .309 for Mustache. You have to slow down just a bit, so that's also an excellent start. 2-3. These patterns of the cheeps that are flying through the stage can also be a bit trolly. It helps to have the small Mario hitbox, though. So Miniland through no problem. Mustache not far behind. And Mustache through perfectly as well. So here we're going to get to see the first Bowser kill. So one of the big advantages of having fire is that you can kill Bowser before grabbing the axe and therefore skip the bridge animation. And Miniland went through that expertly. See how Dr. Mustache fares. Mustache also threw excellently with the 261. Very good. Now into World 3. This is one of my favorite worlds, I think. I think it looks cool with the dark sky background. Oh, Mustache with a little trouble there, but he didn't get hit, which is the most important thing. So one of the disadvantages of small fire Mario is that when you take damage, you turn into big Mario, but only have the one hitbox. So you're big, clunky, vulnerable Mario, and one hit away from dying. So you really don't want to lose power-ups when you're small fire Mario. I mean, you don't want to lose power-ups ever, but it makes you particularly vulnerable. So off to 3-3. Three can be a little tricky. These sky platforms. It's one of those stages where a little slip up and you can just fall to your doom. And you know, losing power-ups to small fire is one thing, but if you take a death, you lose the glitch completely. And then you either have to choose to set it up at another fortress, but the further you get along in the race, the less advantage you get to setting it up again, because it does take time to set up, and if you're only going to play a few more worlds, you're not going to really take advantage of that as much. But both of them maintain their power-ups and are in good shape. Really nice 3-4 for Miniland. Mustache off to a great start as well. He had a bit of a trolley Potaboo there. He had to slow down. I think that was the right move. Ends it with a fire kill. Yeah, I think that was the correct move there. It looked like he was not in an ideal trajectory to avoid that. 4-1, known as the most difficult stage in Mario. Just sort of run and jump over things. You got the Lackey 2, who never gives up, but has pretty awful aim. E for effort to the Lackey 2. Ending with a 340, perfect. That's what you want. So 4-2. Two main options you can take here. You can take top route. You run out on the rooftop there, or bottom route. If you like to flex a little bit, which Miniland seems to be taking bottom route. Goes through expertly. See who Dr. Mustache is. I think he's a top route guy, but I could be wrong. Yeah, he's taking top route. No shame in top route, despite what people might tell you. No shame in top route. Do what you're comfortable with. Good job, Mustache, and Miniland off to 4-3. Was that a sky butt there? Miniland into 4-4. This is one of the maze fortresses, so you have to know which way to go, or else the rooms will just keep repeating. But obviously these runners, these rooms like the back of their hands. And he's through with an excellent kill, 348, really good 4-4 for Miniland. Mustache skating across there. He too knows the maze pattern. Go down and to the right. Another nice thing about this small fire Mario is that you can get through some of those fire bars that you would otherwise have to duck for with Big Mario. So he can just run on through. Miniland with clean 5-1. Miniland is Mustache, since his unfortunate death, which we'll just chalk up to coin toss. It really was kind of a coin toss, even though I am a bit joking there, but that's unfortunate when the Goomba falls early. But he's held his composure since that unfortunate death. Miniland's just been inching him out, though, a little bit here and there with some of the fast kills. Oh, and dare I say, commentator's curse. Sorry, Miniland. But, wow, he got that power up faster than nobody's business. He's right back into action. As I said earlier, as long as you don't take a death, that's the important thing. You can get your power-ups back and be back into small Fire Mario form in no time. So he's okay. Just gets a little scary when you're that big vulnerable Mario with one hitbox. So Miniland got his power-up and he's back in business. That was a really... Whoa! That was an unfortunate bill. He was in a position where if he jumped, he would have got hit by the bill, and I think he tried to scooch under it to make a jump, but that's just that was coin toss for sure, guys. Luckily, the checkpoint there was pretty favorable, so he still maintains his lead. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Small Fire Mario, so it'll be interesting to see if he tries to set it up here again. I get the feeling, I think Miniland is comfortable with Big Fire Mario, I'm not quite sure, so he might just opt not to set it up again. Oh, that was so close! That's fine, he didn't take a death, let's just get through. Okay. So now Mustache is inched ahead here. But we got a race here, folks. This is still anybody's race. -1, another little cool-looking world, similar to World 3. You got the dark sky in the background. Mustache gets through no problem. And Miniland also with a 351. Wow, this is like 2 seconds apart. Maybe 3. This is a close race. 6-2, pretty tricky stage when you don't have fire. So Miniland got his work cut out for him here. You're not able to just sort of snipe all the piranha plants coming out of the pipes as you would like to. Does a couple back presses just to make it a little easier on himself. Well played. Oh, unfortunately, 3 fireworks there. Only loses about a second, but ideally you would like to slow down just a bit, but it can be pretty tricky when you're not going for your normal strats and playing outside your comfort zone. These -3 levels are always a bit scary because, trolley bullets, one misstep, and you can take a dive there. Both through expertly and off to 6-4, another fortress level. Slows for that bar. Miniland will be able to grab a power-up here if he chooses to. It looks like he thought about it, perhaps. The bars just didn't line up for him there. Coin tossed again. Mustache with the pretty good kill there. So Miniland, he's kind of at the mercy to Bowser's pattern. You can't... It's not advised to just try to jump through these hammers when you're a small Mario, especially in a race setting. So Mustache off to World 7, some say the most difficult world. 7-1, got a lot of things happening. Bills flying at you, Hammer Bros, Piranha Plants. It's got a false stairs at the end. So Miniland, this is another area, anytime you have to deal with Hammer Bros without fire, it's pretty tricky. Kind of at a mercy of the patterns and how the hammers are being thrown at you. But Miniland handled it very well. Still a very close race here. basically one pipe cutscene apart. So Mustache into the second and final water level. Very similar to 2-2, but this one has a bit extra obstacles in your way. And again, you're kind of at the mercy of the patterns. So far, Mustache, it's like he's gotten some pretty favorable patterns. Miniland got trolled a little bit there. This, that blooper was really chasing Mustache. Oh, he got the troll blooper at the end. Oh my god, did he get hit? Holy cow, I don't think he... Wow, that was close. Oh, I can't stress how close that was. Jeez. But he made it through. Didn't lose his power-ups. I didn't see... Miniland might have made up some time there. I didn't quite see his exit. But Mustache still in the lead. 7-3, another flying cheap level. Seems to be okay. Cheaps. Okay. A couple of those cheaps were a little trolly looking, but Mustache got through just fine. And Miniland getting through just fine as well. He went for a FPG, he went for a flagpole glitch. I like it. Support that move. So another maze level here, 7-4. I think if you're playing casually, 7-4 is probably one of the more confusing mazes. It's not too intuitive. Dash through excellently. And Miniland, unfortunately, doesn't get the forward Bowser that... You want the forward Bowser when you're Small Mario, so that you can just run right under him. You don't have the luxury of being able to shoot him. Now, Miniland, he's into World 8 as Small Mario. He's a very accomplished any percent runner, so I think he's comfortable playing out the rest of the race as Small Mario. Don't know if he's watching the restream or not. If he is, he knows he's behind and needs to probably take a few risks to catch up. Whereas Mustache has the advantage of Fire and Small Mario, so he's looking pretty comfortable right now. But it's still anybody's race. So Mustache ends with the 200, that's perfect. Miniland. With a 197. 197, small, non-Fire Mario, very respectable. Only mistake was really that hitting that Koopa at the end there, causing him to bonk into the pipe. Other than that, it was excellently played. So, Mustache going for the tried, tested, and true BBBB to set up the Koopa. Oh, Miniland's going for it. He does blank jump. He went for a BBG. Again, I respect it. I'm assuming he knows his position in the race to be going for that. Still, I mean, 8-3. Sometimes you can get trolled with fire. It's much easier to deal with. The Mustache does an excellent kooky stairs there. Oh, Miniland is setting up 8-3 FPG, doing Kriller setup. I think he got it. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if he goes for it. Oh, nice try. Again, mad respects trying those tricks during a race. So Mustache into 8-4 final level. Overshoots the pipe slightly, but still in fine shape. He's going to go for a 2-frame wall jump here. Misses it. Still fine. Miniland going all out. Mustache with a good turnaround, wrong warp. Miniland, oh, with an excellent backwards pipe jump there, or sorry, wall jump. Fast Excel. Miniland's going all out for this 8-4. Mustache is sitting pretty here. Just has one last thing to get through. And through the hammers. Bowser was nice. 1953. GG, Dr. Mustache. Miniland not far behind. Bowser be nice. Okay, he opted to wait, which was a smart move. Miniland 2005. GG, guys. That was a really good race. Both into 8-4 at the same time. Real consistent performance from both runners. Getting anything in and around 20 in a race setting is really, really impressive. I can't stress that enough. That was a really fantastic race. Mustache inching out the win there. It really came down to the trolley bullet that Miniland got, causing him to go for the late jump. Losing, small fire Mario status in a race is pretty tough to come back from, but he did a very valiant effort to come back. Great race. Let me see if any of these guys are suited. I'm not in the SRL channel, but if either of these racers are interested in an interview, I'd be happy to have them. Stash's boomer status is showing here. I think Miniland is going to join the race. I mean, join the interview. Hey, Miniland.
Hello.
GG on the race. That was a real crowd pleaser there. I think everybody in chat.
That was a very close race. 5-3 is kind of a bro moment.
Yeah, so what happened there? It looked like it's kind of hard watching both at the same time, but it looked like you got an unfortunate bullet shot there.
Yeah, I was listening to the commentary throughout it. I heard people saying I got a bullet. I didn't actually notice I got a bad bullet or anything while I was playing. What actually happened, I tried to jump, but I jumped like a frame early. So it wouldn't let me jump. And after I noticed that happened, I just started mashing on the A button trying to jump, but it didn't end up happening.
Yeah. And
but Dr. Mustache played very well.
He did. He had an unfortunate death in 1-2, where you know how he did the safety Koopa kick, and then there's that on the other side, the Goombas that drops down. If you don't run the whole time, he can drop at an unpredictable time. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Wait, did he die to the
falling Goomba?
Dude, that barely happens. That's really unlucky.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate.
That's super rare.
That's one of those things where if you choose to do a safety, it increases the risk of that occurring. But so it was unfortunate there. But I mean, it made the race end up being closer in the end throughout the race. But I think for your first race of this round robin, I think the excellent performance. I mean, just learn from it and move on to the next one. Any thoughts about sort of any other areas of the race that you wanted to touch upon or comment on that maybe some of the people watching might notice of?
I don't know, not particularly. I went for 2 FPGs. Both of them, I'm pretty sure I got the correct stereo inputs on, and I'm pretty sure I messed up pole inputs specifically on both of them. But other than that,
I commend you for going for those, especially as soon as I saw you doing Kriller setup. It's like, yes, let's go, and it looked good. It looked good until right up to the pole there, and then in 8-2, it looked like you tried to set up a bullet bill shot.
Oh yeah, that was the thing with 8-2. When I was in 8-2, I noticed the cannons looked really similar to the frame rate that you do BBG on in runs for any percent. And I noticed they were so similar. I was like, what the heck? Oh wait, see if there's a bullet. There might be one. But
Yeah.
no.
So you were watching the race, I guess, because you must have
Yeah.
known. Yeah. Okay. Because I figured if you knew how close it was and you were just trying to inch ahead, get some more time, that's probably why you're going for some tricks.
Yeah.
Or like possibly taking the death, you might have just had a good idea that you might have been behind. But yeah, it was pretty close there. It really came like in 8-4 if something went the wrong way from us. Lead could have changed easily. But GG on this race. Unfortunately, didn't go your way today, but still have 2 more races in the round robin. And yeah, do you have any final thoughts before cutting out here?
Not particularly. Just GG to Mustache.
All right, thanks so much, Miniland. GG to you and GG to Mustache. I'm not sure if Mustache joining the interview. Oh, it looks like
It says
still
joining soon.
Okay. Do you have your next race set up yet, or scheduled yet, or are you still?
Not yet. I should actually do that. I'll probably do that after interview.
Yeah, it looks like you got a pretty tough group there. The GAs, Dr. Mustache, yourself, Dooley. But in a race setting, that's the great thing about racing anything.
Dr. Mustache is in the setup VC, by the way. So he should be joining soon.
All right, let's just wait for Dr. Mustache to join the interview.
I imagine he's just setting up his mic, because he said he unplugged it before restarted.
And I can see Dr. Mustache in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Just needs to join live on air.
He just needs to press the button. Oh, he left the setup thing. Oh, there we go.
Oh, hey, fellas.
There we go.
Hey, Dr. Mustache.
He's here.
Got the bifocals out there figured out. So GG on an excellent race. Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear.
Can you hear us?
There we go. Hey,
I think you might just need to turn off the volume on your TV so it doesn't echo through the mic, Dr. Mustache.
all right, I think I'm finally here.
Perfect. Well, I'd just like to start off by saying GG on an excellent race. That was a really close one. I think, what was your final time there? 1950 something?
Oh, I don't remember. I blacked out back then.
Miniland finished. I think you guys were like 10 seconds apart. You were both in 8-4 at the same time.
Yeah.
So any mishap.
I think he got like
the other way.
low 1950 something. Yeah, 1953.
1953.
Oh, well, I'd like to congratulate Miniland. That's a excellent race. I think you probably had some bad luck to finish with the time you did.
Yeah, I just.
Does it count as a damageless run if you die and then don't take damage the rest of the run?
Damageless with an asterisk to it. That.
I've never been killed by that Goomba in practice. I knew it was possible.
Yeah, that was
that Goomba kill is actually really rare. That barely happens.
I was joking about how certain things are coin toss, but I mean that really is kind of like a coin toss situation where I remember when I was learning any percent, when I would play it safe there, the chances of the Goomba falling in an unfortunate, it was just the reality of it, and it was pretty uncommon. And that looks like that's just what happened to you there. You just got unlucky with the fast falling Goomba.
Yeah, it kind of actually shook the nerves out of me. As how much worse could it really start? So I just kind of calmed down.
Yeah, I can see that happening, getting kind of the death out of the way early, and then at least it happened before you had small Fire Mario set up.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that it was less than 20 seconds or something of time loss, so I thought in the way that Mario Races works, any mistake is 20 seconds.
And from there on out, you had a pretty clean race. I mean, you were playing catch up to Miniland up until he unfortunately had died in 5-3. But then for a while, it was you guys were basically tied because he had a pretty fortunate checkpoint at the place that he died. So you guys were neck and neck, good portion of the race.
I'm excited to watch it back. So he died. Did he up big fire or did he go small?
I did small fire.
After you died?
No, no, after I died, I think I tried to grab a mushroom so I could get small fire again, but I got hit by a fireball or something, so it just didn't end up happening, and I was like, grabbing fire is not worth it, so I just played smooth the rest of the way.
I was very thankful to get a friendly 5-3. I can't recover if I die there. It's pretty much going to be a series of game overs. But yeah, Bismarck, I was happy. Besides the early game, I was really happy with the rest of the run. There was the usual, flip slop, flim flams, but other than that, really happy.
I thought both of you guys played excellently. And if in the event that, well, I'll ask you first, Miniland, were you thinking about perhaps doing Big Fire? Are you comfortable with Big Fire Mario if you needed to, or would you opt to either try to reset up Small Fire Mario, or just play a small Mario? Do you have does it depend where the death happens? Or?
If I had to, if it was a death late in the run, and it was just grab Big Fire or nothing, then I'll use Big Fire. But I don't know, I'm not too confident with it. I haven't had a PB with it yet or anything, so. Yeah,
it is quite different to just platform, knowing where you need to duck and whatnot. How about yourself, Mustache? If you had lost your small Fire Mario status and it happened somewhere in the middle of the race, do you think you'd try to opt to set it up again, or just play small Mario?
For the most part, I'm horribly uncomfortable with Big Fire. Maybe I'd pick it up for 6-2, since there are 2 power-ups in 6-1. But then I'd be looking to lose it, or else I'm likely to die to my big hitbox in 6-3 or anywhere else. So I'd do a power down somewhere after that.
That makes sense, yeah. Power. Any final thoughts, Dr. Mustache, on the race or tournament in general?
Thanks again, Miniland, for the race, and Bismarck for the commentary, and everyone for being patient. My first time on Discord. So this should be smooth for the next race.
Excellent. GG, Dr. Mustache, and GG to Miniland on an excellent race. We got a full day of races today. Go ahead, Miniland.
And good job to Mustache on the race as well.
I think with that, I'll end it there. Thanks, guys, and I'm looking forward to your next races.
Thank you.
Thank you.